Okay, in this video lecture, we would like to again talk about generating function. So, what is a generating function? GAZ. Okay, this is called generating function. It is expressed like this: summation n vary from 0 to infinity a raised to the power into z raised to the power n. Okay, now if you here set n value equal to 0, it becomes a0, and z raised to the power 0, that is equal to 1. Okay, now a1 z raised to the power 1, a2 z raised to the power 2, a3 z raised to the power 3. Okay, and this is equal to gaz. Now you were told this thing, that you remember this expression always and up to son infinity. Okay, now if you bring this term to this side, okay, in that case it becomes gaz minus a naught a1z plus a2z square plus a3z cube and so on. Okay, and so this portion you also remember. Now next one is, if you bring this term to this side, then it becomes gaz minus a naught minus a1z. This is equal to a2 into z square plus a3 into z cube and so on up to infinity. Okay, so you remember this thing also. This will be used for solving the question. Okay, so remember this thing always. Okay, and one more thing I want to remind you, that we discussed it in the last video, that gaz, this is equal to 1 by 1 minus z. So the corresponding sequence for this is 1. And if gaz, this is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha z, then the corresponding sequence for this is alpha raised to the power n. Okay, here n belongs to w, here again n belongs to w. So these results you remember for solving next type of problems. Okay, so now we start solving the question. So the question is this, that solve the generating function. The question is this, that solve the generating function. Okay, an minus 3 times an minus 1 plus 2 times an minus 2 equal to 0, with a0 equal to 0 and a1 equal to 1. Okay, so suppose we want to solve this problem. Okay, now solution. The given recurrence relation is an minus 3 times an minus 1 plus 2 times an minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, now you multiply this equation with z raised to the power n. So an into z raised to the power n, 3 times an minus 1 into z raised to the power n plus 2 times an minus 1 2 into z raised to the power n equal to 0. Okay, now in order to write it as a generating function, okay, we need to take the summation also. Okay, summation n vary from 0 to infinity. But you people see this thing, that if I start this summation from 0, okay, then here this subscript it becomes negative. Okay, and this also becomes negative. If I set n value equal to 1, then this becomes 0 and this becomes minus 1. Okay, so if I run n equal to 2, so this then becomes positive and this also becomes 0. Okay, so we can allow 0 to come, but we cannot allow any negative number to come. Okay, so here what we do, we run this summation from 2 to infinity. Okay, 2 to infinity, an into z raised to the power n, 3 times summation n equal to 2 to infinity an minus 1 into z raised to the power n plus 2 times summation uh, 2 to infinity, okay, an minus 2 into z raised to the power n equal to 0. Now set n value equal to 2 here. So what do you get? You get here a2 into z square. Set n value equal to 3 here. So what it is? It is a3 z raised to the power 3 and so on, minus 3. Now set n value equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is what? It is 1. Okay. And set n value equal to 2. So what it is? It is z square. Set n value equal to 3. So 3 minus 1, it is what? It is 2. And n value equal to 3. So it is z cube. And so on. Okay. Plus 2 times set n value equal to 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So it is a naught into z raised to the power 2 plus set n value equal to 3. So it is a1 into z raised to the power 3 and equal to g. Okay. Now you see that what we can take common from each of these expression. Okay. See this equation, it is a completely balanced equation because with this a2 we want z square and with a3 we want z cube. Okay. So there is no need to change anything here. So it is a2 into z square, a3 into z cube and so on. But here if we take z common, in that case it becomes a1z, a2z square, a2 z square and so on up to infinity plus 2 times take z square common, take z square common, so what it is? It is a naught a1z and so on up to infinity equal to 0. So write this thing in terms of generating function. So it is what? It is gaz minus a naught minus a1z. Okay, minus 3z. What is this in terms of generating function? It is gaz minus a naught plus 2z square. What it is? It is gaz equal to 0. Now you apply the boundary conditions. So what conditions were given to you? a0 equal to 0 and a1 equal to 1. Now put these boundary conditions here. So a0 value is 0. So it is a gaz. a0 is 0 and a1 is 1. So it is minus 3z gaz gaz a0 value is 0 plus 2z square 2z square gaz this is equal to 0. Now uh, you club the terms containing gaz. So this term contains gaz, this term contains gaz, this term contains gaz. So what is the coefficient? Coefficient here is 1. Okay, coefficient of this term is 1. Coefficient of this term is minus 3z. Coefficient of the next term is 2z square. Okay, and take gaz common. And whatever extra term you have, you bring that term on the other side. I mean to say that if in any term there is no gaz, then you bring that term to the other side. Okay, so what is gaz? What is gaz? Gaz is z by 2z square minus 3z plus 1. Okay. Now, what you do after this, if you are asked that what is the generating function, then your question is finished over here. But sometimes they ask you to solve it completely. In that case, what you do, you factorize your denominator. Okay. So write it in factorized form. 2z square minus 2z minus z plus 1. So what it is z by, take 2z common from here, into z minus 1, take minus 1 common into z minus 1. So what it is, z by 2z minus 1 and z minus 1. Now put this thing equal to 0. Okay, equate this first factor equal to 0. So when you do so, what is the value of z? Z value is 1 by 2. Okay. Uh, so uh, from this factor we get z value equal to 1 by 2. Now put z value equal to 1 by 2 everywhere in this function excepting this factor 2z minus 1. Okay. So when you put z equal to 1 by 2, it becomes 1 by 2. 2z minus 1, 1 by 2 minus 1 plus, put z value equal to uh, z minus 1 equal to 0. So what do you get? We get here z value equal to 1. Okay. So wherever you have z, there you put 1. So it is 1 by 2 minus 1 into z minus 1. So it is half 2z minus 1 minus half plus 1 by z minus 1. So see, half cancel with each other. Here you are left with minus sign. Now multiply this negative sign inside this bracket. So what do you get? 1 minus 2z. Take negative sign common. 1 by 1 minus z. 1 by 1 minus z. So this is what? This is GAZ. Now what is the corresponding sequence for this? It is 2 raised to the power n. Okay. 2 raised to the power n. Okay. Minus 1 raised minus 1. Okay. You are told that what is the sequence for this type of generating function. What is the sequence for this type of generating function? So the final answer is 2 raised to the power n minus 1. I hope you people have understood this question. Uh, Here in this question, you see that these subscripts, okay, they were like this form, n minus 1 and n minus 2. Now we would like to solve one more question. Okay, where the subscripts, okay, they are the positive subscripts. Okay, so the question for solving that changes completely. Okay, so we now quickly discuss it. So we now quickly discuss this thing. So the question is this. Question is this, that solve the recurrence relation. Solve the recurrence relation an plus 2 minus 5 times an plus 1 plus 6 times an equal to 0 under the condition that a naught equal to 0 and a1 equal to suppose 2. Okay. Now what is the first step? You people are aware that the first step is this, that multiply your this recurrence relation with z raised to the power n. So an plus 2 into z raised to the power n minus 5 times an plus 1 into z raised to the power n plus 6 times an into z raised to the power n equal to 0. Okay. Now you see that in the previous question we started running the summation from 2. Okay, but here you see that if you set n value equal to 0, okay, so this is the least subscript, okay, and it does not become negative. Okay, so in this question we start the summation from 0, okay, 0 to infinity an plus 2 into z raised to the power n minus 5 times summation n equal to 0 to infinity an plus 1 into z raised to the power n plus 6 times summation n equal to 0 to infinity an into z raised to the power n equal to 0. Okay. Now set n value equal to 0 here. So what do you get? A2 z raised to the power 0, that is equal to 1, plus next A3 z, okay, A4 z square and so on, minus 5. Now set n value equal to 0, so what it is? It is A1 plus A2z plus A3 z square and so on, plus 6 times set n value equal to 0, so what it is? It is A0 plus A1 z plus A2 z square and so on up to infinity. This is equal to 0. Now this equation is not completely balanced equation. Why? Because with this A2 we want z square, and this equation is also not completely balanced equation. Why? Because with A1 we want z. Okay, so as these things are missing from here, so what we do, in the first term z square is missing, so we divide it by z square and we multiply it with z square. Okay, here what it is A2 plus A3z plus A4 z square and so on, minus multiplied with z and divided with z, A1 plus A2z A3z square and so on. Okay, plus 6 times A0 A1z A1z plus A2 z square and so on. This is equal to 0. Now you multiply this z square inside this bracket. So it is what it is. It is A2 into z square plus A3 into z cube plus A4 into z raised to the power 4, like this. Okay, and you multiply this z inside this bracket. So what do you get here? You get here A1 into z plus A2 into z square, A3 into z cube and so on up to infinity. Okay, up to infinity, plus 6 times A0 plus A1 z plus A2 z square and so on up to infinity equal to 0. Okay, so now this can be written in terms of generating function. So this is gaz minus A0 minus A1z minus 5 by z. So what it is? It is gaz minus A0 plus 6 times gaz equal to 0. Now take LCM. So it is gaz minus A0 minus A1z minus here it is actually z. This is z minus 5z gaz minus A0 plus 6 times z square into gaz equal to 0. Okay, so what is the LCM here? LCM here is z square. Now when you multiply this z square with this 0, so it ultimately becomes 0. So that is why we can remove z square from the denominator. Okay, because it becomes 0. So what it is GAZ minus A naught minus A1Z minus 5Z into GAZ minus A naught plus 6Z square into GAZ equal to 0. Now substitute the values of A naught, which is 0, and A1, which is equal to 2. So this is GAZ minus 2Z minus 5Z into GAZ. A naught value is 0 plus 6Z square into GAZ equal to 0. Now you combine the terms containing GAZ. Okay. So what it is 1 minus 5Z plus 6Z square into GAZ equal to 2Z. Okay. So what is the GAZ? GAZ is 2Z divided by 6Z square minus 5Z plus 1. Okay. So if you are asked that only find the generating function, then your question is finished here. But if you are asked that solve it further, then write it as 2Z by 6Z square minus 3Z minus 2Z plus 1. Okay. 6Z square minus 3Z minus 2Z plus 1. Okay. So now 2Z by what can be taken common from here? We can take 3Z common. It is 2Z minus 1. Take minus 1 common. It is 2Z minus 1. So it is 2Z upon 3Z minus 1 and 2Z minus 1. Okay. Now take this first vector equal to 0. So when you set this first vector equal to 0, what is the Z value? Z value is 1 by 3. Okay. So set Z value equal to 1 by 3. So 2 into 1 by 3. 1 by 3 upon 3Z minus 1 2 by 3. Okay, because you are setting Z value equal to 1 by 3 here, minus 1 plus set Z value equal to 1 by 2. Okay, because from here you can get Z value equal to 1 by 2. Now set Z value equal to 1 by 2 in this. So it is 2 times 1 by 2. Okay, 2 times 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2 minus 1 into 2Z minus 1. Okay, so you see here that after solving numerator properly and denominator properly, I get here 2 by 3, and here I get 3Z minus 1, and here it is minus 1 by 3 plus 2 by 2, and here I get 1 by 2 into 2Z minus 1. Okay, so 3 cancel. You multiply this negative sign inside this bracket, so it is 2 by 1 minus 3Z. 2 cancel, so it is 2 by 1 by 2Z minus 1. Now take negative sign common, so it is 1 by 1 minus 3Z. Take negative sign common, it is 2 upon 1 by 1 minus 2Z. Okay, so what is it? It is actually generating function. But if we want to write the sequence from this, then the corresponding sequence is here this number is 2, write this 2, and then for this write 3 raised to the power n minus 2. Okay, and for this number you write 2 raised to the power n. Okay, So this is how we solve the problem of generating function. You people practice some more questions from your side, okay, to learn this thing properly. Okay, thank you very much, viewers, for watching this video.